Good evening and welcome to Game 3 of a three-game series versus the Long Island Ducks. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball. Before I give you the lineups, we'll step aside for the national anthem. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, and here's the starting lineups for the. Here's the starting lineup for the Charleston Dirty Birds. Batting first, the shortstop, Clayton Milbauer. Batting second, the left fielder, number 28, Dwight Smith Jr. Batting third, the right fielder, number 15, Juan Perez. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 23, Telvin Nash. Batting fifth, number 36, the designated hitter, Isaiah Tejada. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 8, Diego Gorres. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 4, Justin O'Connor. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 44, Yovan Gonzalez. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 2, Jeffrey Perez. And on the mound is Kit Sheets, number 14. He has a 5.47 ERA. And now let's get to the Long Island Ducks starting lineup. Leading off, playing left field, Brantley Bell. Batting second, the shortstop, Ruben Tejada. Batting third, the center fielder, number 33, Alejandro Deaza. Batting fourth, playing first base, Carlos Castro. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Alex Dickerson. Batting sixth, the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Joe DiCarlo. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Jonathan Guzman. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Garachi. Doing the pitching today for the Long Island Ducks, it's Kyle Lobstein. He's got a 4.38 ERA. And as I'm saying, Clayton Milbauer has a leadoff triple as I have given the lineups, and that's the way the game starts for the Charleston Dirty Birds against Kyle Lobstein and the Long Island Ducks. Here is Dwight Smith Jr. So leadoff triple for Clayton Milbauer. First pitch to Dwight Smith Jr. is inside from Lobstein. Ball one. 1-0 to Dwight Smith. Game number 93 for Dwight Smith, hitting .315. He grounds one through the middle for a base hit, and Milbauer comes in to score an early 1-0 lead for the Charleston Dirty Birds with a Dwight Smith Jr. no-out single, an RBI single for the right fielder. That'll bring up Juan Carlos Perez, number 15, the third baseman. So Lobstein gives up a triple and an RBI. First pitch for a ball from Kyle Lobstein, 1-0 to Perez. Sorry, Juan Perez is playing right field today. 28 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch is swing on and miss. 1-1. One and one to Juan Carlos Perez. The 1-1 to Perez from Lobstein is a fly ball to right center. In comes Deaza, and he makes the catch for out number one. With right fielder Ernie Garachi coming in as well. As Perez is retired for the first out of the evening. That brings up number 23, Telvin Nash, playing first base today. He's hit 15 home runs. Game number 81 for Telvin. 53 runs batted in and 15 homers. First pitch is a called strike, 0-1. .220, 15 homers, 53 RBIs. A throw over to first, nothing doing. Dwight Smith back in standing. So it's an 0-1 count to Dwight Smith Jr. To Telvin Nash. 0-1 to Telvin Nash, cut on a miss. 0-2. This is Lobstein's first season in Atlantic League. 15th career season overall. 0-2 is cut on and miss for a strike three. Telvin Nash goes down swinging. That's the second out of the night for the Ducks and Kyle Lobstein. And it's Kyle Lobstein's first strikeout. So a man on first and 2 outs now for Isaiah Tejada. 227, no home runs, 3 RBIs. Dwight Smith Jr. standing on first base. First pitch to Tejada. Inside, ball one. 1-0. Derek Moshe behind home plate, calling balls and strikes. The 1-0 is down in the dirt. 2-0 to Tejada. Dwight Smith Jr. drove in Clayton Milbauer with an RBI single to start the ball game. The 2-0 pitch docks the outside corner for a strike. And it's 2-1. Kyle Lobstein comes in this ball game 3-3. 3 wins, 3 losses, throw to first. Nothing doing. Smith Jr. back in stand. 1-0 Dirty Birds on a Dwight Smith Jr. single after Clayton Milbauer led off the game with a triple. Line drive, left field, base hit. Down for Isaiah Tejada, and there's two on and 2 outs. The third hit of the inning by the Dirty Birds off Kyle Lobstein. 2 on and 2 down for Diego Gores, playing second base today. He usually plays shortstop, but he's playing second base today. Hitting .237 with 7 home runs and 38 driven in. Smith Jr. on second base. Tejada on first, and Diego takes a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a ground ball through the hole for the base hit. Here comes Smith Jr. from second base. He'll make it easily, and it's 2-0 Dirty Birds on a Diego Gores RBI single. And Tejada moves up to second base with 2 outs. RBI number 39 for Diego Gores. A tough start out of the gate for Lofty. Now batting number 4, the third baseman, Justin O'Connor, 238. 8 home runs, 29 driven in. In the first pitch to O'Connor. It's a strike. The inside corner, 0-1. Oh-1 to Justin O'Connor. There's the 0-1. That's in there for a call, strike 2, and O'Connor's down in the count 0-2. 2 outs, top of the first, just getting started here in Long Island. Game 3 game. Dirty Birds taking game 1, 11-6, and taking game 2, 8-3 in extra innings. The 0-2 misses away, ball 1. Dirty Birds won 8-3 last night in extra innings, scoring 5 runs in the 10th inning to blow the game open. And the 1-2 is fouled back to the left. And it's still 1-2 to the third baseman, Justin O'Connor. Kyle Lobstein trying to get the final out at the top of the first. Here's a 1-2 to O'Connor. Swing and a flare into the center. It drops in for a base hit. Tejada around second base. He'll come around to score. And Diego Gores moves to third. It's 3-0. Charleston on a Justin O'Connor RBI single. The bats have came out hot today also in game 1 and game 2. And they're coming out hot today in game 3. RBI number 30 for Justin O'Connor here. The Dirty Birds take an early 3-0 lead. Here's the catcher, Yovan Gonzalez. First pitch to Gonzalez. Strike right down the middle, 0-1. Gonzalez, a right-handed batter, 224. Batting average. With 3 home runs and 22 RBIs. O'Connor standing at first base, and Gores staying at third. 3-0 on 3 singles, 3 RBI singles in the inning. The 0-2 swung on and fouled back. A triple by Milbauer got it started today. Dwight Smith Jr. drove him in. Juan Perez struck out in the 0-2s. Back to the mound. Lofstein has it. Throws over to first to retire the side. But the Dirty Birds get three. 3 runs on 5 hits. 8 men to the plate. And they scored 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors. And 2 left. You're listening to Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We're right back right after this. Welcome back. And it'll be the left-hander Keith Sheets facing off against these Long Island Ducks. The second pitch to Brantley Bell is high fly ball to right field. Perez under it makes the play for out number 1. Good start for Kid Sheets. The shortstop Ruben Tejada now steps in. Playing in game number 48, hitting .294 with 5 home runs. 291, 5 home runs, 25 RBIs. And the first pitch, pitches outside, barely outside, and the count moves to 1-0. Sheets is making his 20th start, 6-10. Grounded to third. Knocked down on the backhand by Justin O'Connor, but he makes the play for number 2. So a 5-3 put out by Justin O'Connor to Telvin Nash. And there's quickly 2 gone in the bottom half of the first inning. For the right fielder, the center fielder, Alejandro De Aza. Center fielder number 33. 2 outs for Kid Sheets in the bottom of the first. First pitch. High fly ball, foul, third base side. It's quickly 0-1. It shoots. Here's the 0-1. Line to right. Juan Perez. It drops in front of Juan Perez for a base hit. First base hit of the ball game for Long Island. And it comes in the form of a single by Alejandro De Asa. In steps the number 44, the first baseman, Carlos Castro. Game number 22 for him. Hitting .316 with 5 homers and 12 runs batted in. Game number 22 as a Long Island Duck. Playing first base today. Sheets the pitch. Chopped over the mound and back in it by Diego. Throws over and gets him for the out. Throwing over the shoulders, Diego Gores, and it gets the out of Carlos Castro. We hit at the top half of the second inning. 3-0 Dirty Birds. You're listening to Dirty Birds Baseball on YouTube. We're right back right after this. Welcome back. At the top of the second we go. First to Jeffrey Perez is the fastball low and outside for a ball 1. It'll be Jeffrey Perez, Clayton Milbauer, and Dwight Smith Jr. Perez drives one to the deep right over the head of the right fielder, Garachi, and it's a leadoff double for Jeffrey Perez. Here in the second inning, with a well-struck ball to right field. Off the bat, Perez. And oh man, the bats came alive. Here's Milbauer, leadoff triple to begin the game. Got driven in with a base hit from Dwight Smith Jr. Here's the first pitch from Lobstein. It's strike, the inside corner, 0-1. So Jeffrey with a drive over the head of the right fielder for a double and off the wall. And that's how the Birds get it started at the top of the second inning. 0-1 from Lobstein misses low for a ball 1, even the count at 1. 3-0 Dirty Birds here in the top of the second. 1-1 to Milbauer from Lobstein. Pulled foul, third base side. 1-2 to Clayton Milbauer. 1-2. Lobster gets set. Luke's over to second base. Here's the 1-2. Just inside. Ball 2. Had to wait for the umpire's signal there. 2-2 to Melbauer. Lobster gets set. Here's pitch. Swinging a dribbler to second base. And Jonathan Guzman, everybody's safe. Jonathan Guzman was positioned perfectly on that ground ball to field it and went under the glove of the second baseman, and everybody is safe. That'll bring up Dwight Smith Jr., the left fielder. The fourth error of the year committed by Jonathan Guzman. Here's the first pitch to Dwight Smith. Fly down the third base line. It's 0-1. 317, 19 home runs, 48 RBIs. The 0-1 to Smith from Lobstein. And it's on the way. Down in the dirt. 1-1. Kyle Lobstein struggling here. First 2 innings of work. The Bucks to get set to throw the 1-1. Here it is. And Smith Jr. rocks one to center. Right there is Diaz, but he gets the run in as Perez will come in to score. It's 4-0. Dirty Birds here in the top of the second on a fly out by Dwight Smith Jr. As we scored 3 in the first, and we score 1 here. I'll bring up Juan Perez. No relation to Jeffrey. Kyle Lobstein has already given up 4 runs in the game, and we're only in the second inning. 1 on and 1 down for Juan. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Foul back, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 to Perez. Down in the dirt. 1-1. Dirty Birds won game 1. 11-6. And they also took game 2, 8-3 in extra innings, courtesy of a 5-run 10th inning. The 1-1 misses high to Juan Carlos Perez. Here's the 2-1 from Perez. It's a foul ball third base side and into the Dirty Bird dugout. Melbauer on first base. One man out and a 2-2 count to Juan Perez. Throw over first. Nothing doing. Melbauer gets back in there safely. That's his only disengagement of this at-bat from Lobstein as he gets set to throw a 2-2. Here it is, 2-2. Right there, but called a ball. A little bit low, 3-2 to Juan Carlos Perez. Here's the 3-2 full count from Lobstein. Where it goes in line to left field for an out. And Melbauer gets back safely to first. So a line out to left field for Juan Perez. That'll bring Telvin Nash to the plate, first baseman. Struck out swinging his first time up. 0 for 1. 15 home runs, 30 15 home runs, 53 RBIs. Telvin has 101 strikeouts on the year. He is fifth in the league in strikeouts. As takes the ball outside, it's 1-0. He came into this game tied for sixth in strikeouts, chops it one to third, and the third baseman sidearms across to first base and that retires the side. But the Birds get one more. They add one on a hit. One error, one man left. It's the Dirty Birds 4, Long Island 0. Headed into the bottom half of the second inning. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. And we are back for for the bottom of the second inning. As Kid Sheets faces Alex Dickerson, lead it off. 4-0 Birds here in the bottom of the second, just getting started here in Long Island. Kid Sheets only needed 7 pitches in a scoreless first inning. Here's his first pitch to the second inning. It's a ball outside to Alex Dickerson, 1-0. Dickerson serving as the designated hitter today. Wearing number 48, a left-handed batter. The 1-0 is in there for a called strike. It's 1-1 to Alex Dickerson. Kid Sheets is 6-10 with an ERA of 5.47. Broken bat, ground ball to second base. Fielded by Torres, throws over to Telvin Nash for the out. And there's quickly one going here at the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring up the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Wearing number 40, former New York Met. Ramos is hitting .221 with 2 home runs and 18 driven in on the year. First pitch to him. He's inside for a ball 1. Kid Sheets, 102 innings pitched. Entering this start. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there. 1-1. Good breaking ball. The 1-0 pitch for a strike. Here's the 1-1. Line to right for a base hit. Drops in front of Juan Perez and Wilson Ramos. Gets on for the first time today. With 1 out and the man on, they'll bring up Joe DiCarlo. Wearing number 5, playing third base today. Hitting .258 with 13 home runs and 50 RBIs. So halfway to the 100 RBI mark. 50 RBIs on the year for DeCarlo's first pitch. Just outside, missing away. And it's 1 0. 1-0 outside for a ball 2. 2-0 to Joe DeCarlo with Wilson Ramos on first. Sheets looks over. Here's the pitch. Way outside, 3-0. So Kit Sheets falls behind Joe DeCarlo 3-0 with Ramos on first. Here's the 3-0. Taken for a called strike, 3-1. Kit Sheets has 101 strikeouts. Sorry, he has 100 strikeouts entering today. Here's the 3-1 high fly ball, third base side, foul, 3-2. Three and two to Joe DeCarlo. And the 3-2 pitch from Sheets. Grounded in the hole, grounded in the left side for a base hit. Smith Jr. picks it up, throws it into the cutoff man, and there's 2 runners on and 1 man out for Jonathan Guzman, the second baseman today for the Ducks. Had an error in the second inning. Wearing number 17 and playing second base today. Has a home run and 7 RBIs. Can get his 8th RBI right here. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch. Change up to Jonathan Guzman to strike. It's 0-1. Ramos on second base. DeCarlo on first. And the 0-1 to the second baseman is a ball outside. It's 1-1. 42 walks for Kit Sheets this year. And the 1-1's fouled away by Guzman. And it's 1-2. 1 out, two guys on. 4-0 Dirty Bird lead in the bottom of the second here. The 1-2. Did he go around? No, he didn't. Since the home plate umpire as that ball's in the dirt. 2-2. The Ducks are 4th in the Atlantic League in drawing walks. And the 2-2 from Kit Sheets. Swing and a foul, third base side. It remains 2-2. Two and two to Jonathan Guzman, the second baseman. Sheets gets set, looks back at second to Ramos. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive, left field, base hit. 3 consecutive 1-out singles for Long Island. Now lose the base with 1 out. And there's ducks on the pond for Long Island, bases loaded. 1 man out. for Ernie Garachi, the right fielder. Batting 400, no home runs, one RBI. Doesn't get him a lot of playing time, but he's playing right field today. Here's the first pitch to Garachi. Fastball just missing outside. And it's 1-0. At third base, it's Ramos. Here's the 1-0 from Kate Sheets. Up high for a ball at 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Kate Sheets is struggling a bit here in the second inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. Looking for that double play ball. 2-0 pitch is grounded through the hole for a base hit. Ramos will score. Holding at third is DiCarlo. And a single and a run batted in for Ernie Garachi. And the Ducks are on the board. It's 4-1 into the second. So there was that ground ball, but through the left side for a base hit, though. And Yova and the pitching coach, Joe Testa, will come out to talk to Kid Sheets. So an RBI single for Ernie Garachi as Wilson Ramos scores. And Ducks get on the board. It's 4-1. And the catcher and Kid Sheets talk about signs as Joe Testa goes back to the Dirty Bird dugout, third base side. Here is the next batter from Long Island. First pitch to Brantley Bell. It's just missing outside. Curveball. Missing up. 1-0. Brantley Bell trying to get the Ducks within 1 run. Maybe take the lead with the grand slam. Here's the 1-0 off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes to Brantley Bell. Here's the 2-0 from Sheets. Line foul down the left field line. That might have tied the ball game. But it's just foul. And it's 2-1 to Brantley. The 2-1 to Brantley Bell. Grounded foul. Levels the count at 2-2. Kid Sheets needs a big strikeout here. Needs a strikeout. Or a double play ball. I don't know what to do. Get us out of the inning. It's 2-2 to Brantley Bell. Bases loaded. Here's the 2-2 from Kit. Grounded sharply to short. Melbauer goes to second. That's all they'll get. Joe DiCarlo scores from third, and it's 4-2 Charleston. With a fielder's choice and run batted in is Brantley Bell. The Ducks have cut the lead down to 2. It's now 4-2 in favor of the Dirty Birds. I bring up the next batter, Ruben Tejada. Takes a strike, 0-1. Tejada, 295 home runs, 25 driven in. He can drive in his 26th run with the base hit. Outside, levels count at 1-1. Two runs in the inning so far for Long Island. A 1-1 from Kid Sheets. Ruben takes the ball outside, 2-1 to Tejada. Kid Sheets is struggling here in the second. 2-1 is fouled back. 2-2. Looking for this final out of the inning. Kid Sheets here in the second. 2-2. Long Island trails by 2 here in the second inning. 2 men on. Lots of twos here. And the 2-2. Up high for a ball 3. 3-2. Count runs full. An automatic start for Brentley Bell with 2 down and a 3-2 count coming to the 3-2 pitch from Kid Sheets misses outside, ball 4. Bases remain loaded. And Ducks on the pond for Alejandro Diaza. 2 outs and bases loaded. Here in the second. Dirty Birds lead 4-2. First pitch to Diaza. Here it comes. And almost hits him. Inside for a ball 1. It's 1-0 to Alejandro, batting 291, three home runs, and 37 RBIs. Can get us 38th and 39th here with the base set. Here's the 1-0. Fly into center field. Deep center. Jeffrey Perez makes the catch for out number 3. We head to the top of the third. Alejandro gave that a ride, but just missing a grand slam is Diaza. We head to the top of the third. Dirty Birds lead this ball game 4-2. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. We're back, and Isaiah Tejada steps in. First pitch to him from Kyle Lofstein is a ground ball to second base. Throw to first for the out. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Kyle Lofstein. Jonathan Guzman Picks the ball up through over first for the out. So one pitch went out for Kyle. In steps second baseman Diego Gore. 240, 39 batted in, 7 home runs, and the first pitch. And there for a called strike. 0-1. Nothing in one to Diego, one out, one pitch. The 0-1 is a called strike from Lobstein, and it's 0-2 to Diego Gores. Second baseman today. Lobstein's 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Diego Gores goes down swinging. Kyle Lobstein's second strikeout of the night. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 4, Justin O'Connor. Had an RBI base hit, first time up. First pitch outside, 1-0. 1-0 to Justin O'Connor from Kyle Lobstein. Dirty Birds lead this game 4-2 in the third inning. The 1-0 fouled off the catcher. And it's 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on. O'Connor batting .241, 8 home runs. And looks like the catcher's okay. Lobstein gets set, looks in for the sign, steps off. And we're ready to go here with a 1-1 to Justin O'Connor. Here's the 0-1 outside, 2-1. Gets third baseman today. Here's the 2-1 missing outside, 3-1. 3-1 to Justin O'Connor, third baseman today. Here it is, 3-1. Popped in the air, foul behind the plate. And it remains 3-2 to Justin O'Connor. Payoff pitch coming from Lobstein. Here it is. Skied in the air, lifted to the left side. The right side of the crowd. Out of play. This is the final meeting of the regular season between the Long Island Ducks and Charleston Dirty Birds. Here in Long Island. 3-2. Up high for a ball 4, and the 2-out base runner is on in the form of Justin O'Connor. First walk of the night issued by Long Island. There's the catcher, Yovan Gonzalez. First pitch. Outside for a ball 1. Lobstein walked O'Connor. Throws a first pitch ball to Yovan Gonzalez. And the 1-0 missing low for the ball 2. Yovan, 3 home runs on the year, 22 driven in. 222 average, 669 OPS. Here's the 2-0 from Lobstein. Get set. Here it is. fouled back to the screen behind home plate. 2-1. 2-1 with O'Connor on first base. Dirty Birds lead this game 4-2 in the top half of the third. 2 outs. The 2-1. Up high and outside. Ball 3. 3-1 to Yovan. Iowa Lobstein, 33 games, 3-3 record, 4.75 ERA, 63 strikeouts compared to 32 walks in 66 innings. Here's the 3-2. 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Back-to-back 2-out walks for the Charleston Dirty Birds. Puts runners at first and second, 2 outs. For the number 9 hitter, Jeffrey Perez. The pitching coach, or the catcher, will go out and have a word with the Lobstein, and as well with the pitching coach. Bring up Jeffrey Perez with 2 outs and 2 men on, looking to add to the 4-2 lead. So the pitching coach goes back to the dugout. Had a word with Lobstein there. Once again, that'll bring up Jeffrey Perez, the center fielder, looking to knock in the 5th run of the ball game for the Birds. They lead this game 4-2. First pitch, swing and a foul off the catcher, third base side. Perez, 241 average, 5 home runs, 21 drove it in. One with a double run score today. The 0-1 from Lobstein. Inside, ball 1. Even the count up with 1, 2 outs, 2 men on. Jeffrey Perez even in the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Lobstein. Grounded foul, third base side. Past the third base coach, Anthony Coronado. And Joe DiCarlo will flip it up into the stands. So that's another souvenir for a fan. And Lobstein up in the count 1 and 2. Lobstein. Here's the pitch. 1-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3. Side retired. But it remains 4-2. Dirty Birds headed into the bottom of the third. No runs, 2 walks, no hits, and 2 men left. We head to the bottom of the third. 4-2 Birds. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. We're back, and Kid Sheets faces Carlos Castro to lead it off, and the bottom of the third. Here's the first pitch. That's a called strike. Catches the outside corner. It's 0-1. 0-1 to Castro. Here it is. Inside, ball one, even it up at 1. 4-2 Charleston lead near the bottom of the third. 1-1 grounded to the shortstop. Backhanded by Mel Bauer, throw over to first. To Telvin Nash gets down to Carlos Castro, and there's one gone to start off the third for the Ducks. One out, nobody on for Alex Dickerson, who grounded out. After today, the Charleston Dirty Birds will return home to face the Spire City Ghost Hounds, who won today against the Staten Island Fairy Hawks as Dickerson takes a strike. It's 0-1. The Lancaster Barnstormers in Waldorf, Maryland beat the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 10-7. O'Sullivan, the starting pitcher for Southern Maryland, falls to 9-5. Joseph Carpenter hit a pair of solo home runs, and the 1-2 pitch to Dickerson misses away. Ball 2-2, as the 1-1 was swung on and missed. But now it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to Alex Dickerson. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So a half swing from Dickerson, and it goes down swinging for the second out of the third inning. The bases are empty for the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Struck out twice in game 1. The Gastonia Honey Hunters lead the counterclocks 8-2 in the 6th inning. And Wilson Ramos is 2 for 2 today with a base hit to center field, Jeffrey Perez. Hit number 6 overall for Long Island. That'll bring up the tying run. High Point leads York 2-1 after 6. That'll bring up third baseman Joe DiCarlo. Wilson Ramos on first base. First pitch up high. First pitch up high, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and fouled to the first base side. Count evens at 1, 2 outs, and 1 man on, and Wilson Ramos. The Revolution lead the standings, first place. Here's the 1-1, strike 2 in the zone. The York Revolution lead the North Division standings. We're 6.5 games back in the South Division above the High Point Rockers, who's 64-34, 30 games over. And the 1-2 gets away from the catcher, Yovan Gonzalez, and Wilson Ramos will head to second base. The Dirty Birds just need to keep on winning. And we're off to a good start in this series, as we've won the first 2 of 3 against these Ducks. That's a wild pitch by Kid Sheets. Allows Wilson Ramos to move up to second. 2-2 to DeCarlo, 2 outs. Long Island trails by 2. The 2-2 low, down low. Ball 3-3-2 now to DeCarlo. Three and two to DeCarlo. Bottom of the third, 4-2 Charleston lead. Ramos on second. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. No runs, 1 hit, courtesy of a Wilson Ramos single. But he doesn't come around to score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left. We hit to the top of the fourth. Charleston leads 4-2. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back. And Clayton Melbauer lines the 1-0 pitch into left field for a base hit. He's 2 for 2 with a triple and a single. Bring up Dwight Smith Jr. 7th hit allowed by Kyle Lobstein. Bring up Dwight Smith Jr. 317, 19 home runs, 49 driven in. First pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. We're in the 4th inning, 4-2 Charleston lead. 0-1 to Smith Jr. with Melbauer on first base. Here's the bunt. He fouls it back 0-2. So Smith Jr. tried to bunt to get Melbauer to second, but he fouled it back. And it's quickly 0-2 from Lobstein. Time called by Smith Jr. He gets some dirt, he rubs it on his hands, and he'll step back in the batter's box to get ready for an 0-2. Lobstein looks at first. Here's the pitch. Bounced in the dirt. Good pick by Ramos. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Iowa Lobstein has faced 22 batters and thrown 11 first pitch strikes. Here's the 1-2 to Smith Jr. He rips it foul. Remains 1-2. Nobody out. One man on. Clayton Melbauer with a single leading off here in the fourth. Here's the 1-2. 1-2 to Smith Jr. taking low. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Melbauer is still on first base. Lobstein's 2-2. Just outside 3-2. Good eye there from Smith Jr. I see Billy Horn, the manager of the Dirty Birds, will put Melbauer in motion. Here's the 3-2, but first the throw over to first. Nothing doing. Melbauer gets in there safely. Standing up. Melbauer might be in motion on this pitch from Lobstein. It's a full count pitch. Here it is, 3-2. Melbauer runs. And a line drive into right field for a base hit. Melbauer goes to third. And it's a hit and run from the Dirty Birds as Smith Jr. lines it in the right with a base hit. And Kyle Lobstein's in some trouble here. Nobody out. 2 runners on, first and third. That brings up Juan Perez. Melbauer on third base. Smith Jr. on first. The Dirty Birds look to add to their lead. It's 2 runs now. It's a 2-run lead. And the Dirty Birds look to add on to it. Here's the first pitch to Juan Perez. Takes a strike. It's 0-1. Runners on first and third. Nobody out. They're in the fourth. And the 0-1 is just missing inside for a 1-1. For a ball 1. Here's the 1-1 from Lobstein. Cranked into left. I know it stays up for Brantley Bell. He throws to the cutoff man, but Walker Reds drives in Clayton Melbauer as he scores, and it's 5-2. It's a 3-run game. It's 5-2 Dirty Birds here in the fourth. So a sacrifice fly for Juan Perez brings up the first baseman, Telvin Nash, with 1 gone. Holding at first was Dwight Smith Jr. Once again, Dirty Birds hit the road to come back home against Spider City on Tuesday. Spider City Ghost Town's come to town. Telvin Nash at the fly ball to right field, and it's off the wall. Off the wall for Telvin Nash. Smith Jr. goes to third. That'll hold Smith Jr. at third base. So, struck single off the wall for Telvin Nash. Already leading 5-2 with 1 out. And runners at the corners with Isaiah Tejada coming up. The 9th hit of the ball game allowed by Kyle Lobstein. Here is the first pitch to Isaiah. Takes the ball up 1-0. 1-0 to Tejada. I'll tell you what, folks, the Birds are playing good baseball here of late. first the 3-game series. It's grounded to short and through the legs of the shortstop, and that'll bring in another run. It's 6-2. Grounded through the legs of the shortstop on a tailor-made double play ground ball, but the shortstop can't handle it. That's the second error of the ball game for the Long Island Ducks, and it brings in another run as Smith Jr. scores. Telvin Nash moves up to second base. Tejada moves to first, and that brings up Diego Goris. The Dirty Birds are playing good baseball here in this 3-game series. The first pitch to Goris is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Maybe this is the series that gets the Birds going, looking for a playoff push with less than 40 games to go. We need to win a lot more games to get in the playoffs, and the 0-1 is up high for a ball one. It's 1-1. 6-2, 4-run lead for Charleston. Here in the top half of the fourth. Telvin Nash on second base. Tejada on first. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Good slider there from Wobstein. Dirty Birds need to win more games than they lose for the rest of the year to try and get in the playoffs. The Ducks are already in the playoffs. They won the first half, along with the High Point Rockers, who also won the first half Southern Division. And the Long Island Ducks have won the Northern Division. So them two teams are already in the playoffs. And the 1-2's fouled back. Fouled back stays at 1-2. To Diego Goris. 1-2 from Lobstein. Up high for a ball 2-2. The Birds add 2 more here in the fourth and keep on looking for more. Lobstein sets on the rubber. Hooks in for the sign. Telvin Nash on second. The 2-2 pitch, lifted in the air, fly ball to deep center for Alejandro De Aza, and Telvin Nash stays at second base. And Tejada stays at first. So Lobstein gets his second out of the inning. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 4, Justin O'Connor. Justin O'Connor's 1 for 1 with a run scored. And Aubrey had a single and a walk now. Outside. I don't know. I'm going to go to the third baseman. Playing third base today. He's usually a catcher, but he's playing third base. 1-0 from Lobstein. Grounded in the hole. On the backhand. Has it. The shortstop has it. Throw over second. In time for the third out. But Charleston adds 2 more. It's 2 runs. 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 error in the inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth. And 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Charleston leads this game 6-2. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We're right back right after this. We're back. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Dirty Birds lead this game 6-2. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 in the order. First pitch to Jonathan Guzman is a strike from Kid Sheets. In his fourth inning work, only surrendered 2 runs so far. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. 0-2 to Guzman. So Kid Sheets looking for an early fourth inning strikeout. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Guzman goes down swinging 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Jonathan Guzman. There's 1 out in the fourth inning. That'll bring up the right fielder, Ernie Garachi. Had an RBI single. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI, 500, no home runs, 2 RBIs. And 0-1 is the count to Garachi as he looks at a strike. Here's the 0-1 from Sheets. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Sheets is looking nice here in the fourth inning. And he's up 4 runs. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a ground ball to shortstop Milbauer. And throws over first for the second out. Back to the top of the order, number 45, Brantley Bell. Had an RBI fielder's choice last time up. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI. First pitch to Brantley is called strike, 0-1. From the line, the 0-1 is in there for a called strike 2, 0-2. Kid Sheets has settled in so far. His only bad inning was the second inning. Giving up 2 runs. The offense bounced back for the Dirty Birds, scoring 2 more in the top of the fourth. 0-2 is low in the zone, 1-2. 1-2 to Brantley Bell. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second retired. 2 strikeouts for Kid Sheets and a ground shortstop. What a bounce back inning there from Sheets. We head to the top of the fifth. It's 6-2 Charleston. Kid Sheets fired up. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. Can Kyle Lobstein back up for his fifth inning of work? He'll face Yovan Gonzalez to lead it off. The catcher for the Charleston Dirty Birds. Dirty Birds lead this game 6-2 with a 2-run fourth inning to add on for the 4-2 lead. They now lead at 6-2. First pitch fastball from Lobstein's outside. And it's 1-0. 1-0 pitch down in the dirt. 2-0 to Yovan Gonzalez. Lead it off here in the fifth inning. This game's going by quickly. The 2-0 from Lobstein. 3-0 the count. Does that pitch misses low? Three and 0 to the leadoff batter in the fifth inning. The 3-0 is in there for a cold strike to Yovan Gonzalez, 3-1. The 3-1 swung on and on to second base. He boots it and still gets him, spins around, throws over to first, and gets Yovan Gonzalez by a step. And there's one gone. The second baseman gets Yovan Gonzalez by a step. And there's one gone in the fifth inning. He'll face, as Lobstein will face Jeffrey Perez with one out in the fifth. First pitch, fouled back third base side. Jeffrey doubled and scored on the second inning and struck out in the fourth. Struck out last at bat. 245 home runs, 21 driven in. Takes a ball up and away. Even the count 1-1. One out. On a ground out by Yovan Gonzalez. 1-1 from Lobstein, swing and a miss. 1-2 to Jeffrey Perez. Birds return home on Monday to face the Spire City Ghosts down 2-1 today against the Fairhawks, 9-3. 1-2 grounded to second base through the right side for the base hit. Perez has a 2-hit day. Through the right side of the infield for a second hit of the ball game. And the 10th hit overall for the Dirty Birds. Now it's back to the top of the order, and Clayton Milbauer had a triple, a single, and a run scored. 2 runs. Also reaching on an error by the second baseman. First pitch. Just outside. Ball 1. 1-0 to Milbauer. 212. 2 home runs, 16 RBIs for Mel. Here's the one lined into right field for the base hit. Perez goes to second base. He'll stop there. A 3-hit for Clayton Milbauer. And the Birds just keep on hitting. Got to bring up the former Toronto Blue Jay and former Baltimore Oriole Dwight Smith Jr. Milbauer has 2 singles and a triple for Clayton Milbauer. And Dwight Smith Jr. has a sacrifice fly and 2 singles as well and a run scored. First pitch to Smith Jr.'s on the outside corner for a called strike. Fastball. A fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Lobstein, the 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. 1 up, and Jeffrey Perez on second base, and Milbauer on first base. Jeffrey had a single, and Milbauer had a single, and it's 1-1 to Dwight Smith with 1 out. Here's the 1-1 lifted in the center. In the gap. Just to left center field, and it's over the wall for a home run. Dwight Smith Jr. with his 20th home run of the year. And 5 runs given up by Lobstein. Well, 9 runs given up by Lobstein. It's 9-2 Charleston here in the 5th. 5 runs in the last 2 innings for the Charleston Dirty Birds. And we're back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. We won Game 1, 11-6. We won Game 2, 8-3. And we're winning this game 9-2 in the 5th inning. We're winning Game 3, 9-2 in the 5th inning, 1 out. The boys are back at it. That brings up Juan Carlos Perez. Swing in a fly ball to center field. Going back is Diaz, and he makes the play for out number 2. The boys' bats are back. Smith Jr. hits his 20th home run of the year. Almost said second of the game, but that's wrong. It's 20th home run of the year. And we got Bobby Bradley at 26. We got two guys with 20 home runs. As Telvin Nash steps in, swings on a fastball low for an 0-1 count. We got 2 guys at 20 home runs on the year, 2 former big leaguers. The 0-1 to Telvin Nash is inside for a ball. 1-1 evens the count. Telvin Nash is 5 away from 20 home runs. Batting .221. Swinging, man, it's a good fastball there from Kyle Lofstein. And it's 1-2. Telvin's 5 away with 20. 5 home runs away from 20 home runs on the year. Here's the 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Telvin Nash goes down swinging. But that retires the side. But the Dirty Birds get 3 more. It's 9-2 on a Dwight Smith Jr. 2-run home run. Or a 3-run home run by Dwight Smith Jr. to left field. Through 4.5 innings of play, it's Dirty Birds 9, Long Island 2. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. We're back, and welcome back to the 5th inning. To the bottom of the 5th we go. As Kid Sheets fires in at first pitch strike. He's dialed in. Had a 1-2-3 fourth inning. It was fired up after that inning. See if he has the same inning he had last inning with a 1-2-3. That ball is outside. It's 1-1. 1-1. 2-1 down to the Ducks leadoff batter, Ruben Tejada. Followed by Alejandro De Aza and Carlos Castro. It's Tejada, 2-1. 2-1 pitch from Kit Sheets. Popped in the air, foul behind the plate. And count evens at 2-2. Kid Sheets, 20 games, 6-10 record, 5.43 ERA, 104 strikeouts. And the 2-2's dribbled to third base. Justin O'Connor fires over to first for the out. And Kid Sheets quickly retires Tejada for the first out of the inning. There's one gone in the fifth inning for the Ducks, and I'll bring up number 33, the center fielder, Alejandro De Aza. So De Aza's 1 for 2 today. Batting .289, 3 home runs, 37 RBIs, and a .792 on-base plus slugging percentage. First pitch to Alejandro is just outside for ball 1. Kid Sheets has allowed 78 runs on 117 hits and 106.1 innings. 106 and a third innings. The 1-0 is in there for a called strike. It is 1-1 to Alejandro De Aza. The 1-1 for Kit. It's ball just outside. 2-1. Kid Sheets' last outing was against the Ferry Hawks, Staten Island Hospital Community Park. 2-1 to De Aza is lifted in the air to right field, and that ball is gone. Alejandro De Aza, it's his 4th home run of the year to deep right center. That gets the Ducks closer. It's 9-3 in favor of the Dirty Birds. Here's the 5th. Like I was saying, Kid Sheets' last start was a complete game shutout versus the Staten Island Ferry Hawks at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park in Staten Island, New York. That'll bring up Carlos Castro as Alejandro De Aza gets the Ducks a little closer. First pitch to Castro is his cold strike, 0-1. First pitch curveball. 399 feet there by Alejandro. The 0-1. Chops it foul. Castro chops it foul down the third baseline. Fielded by O'Connor, but in foul territory, and it's 0-2 to Castro. That's the second home run of the series. Third home run of the series by Long Island. 1 in each game. Here's the 0-2 to Castro. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He'll go to first. The Ilvon's throw to Telvin Nash gets the out. Strikeout number 5 on the day for Kid Sheets. So a good bounce back by Sheets after it was a solo home run to Alejandro De Aza. Gets a strikeout of Carlos Castro, and there's 2 gone. And that brings up the designated hitter, Alex Dickerson. Grounded out second and struck out swinging is Dickerson, and he foul tips the first pitch into the glove of Jovan Gonzalez for strike one. 332, 16 home runs. He takes the ball outside, evens count one. Here is the 1-1. Swing and a long drive foul out of play from Alex Dickerson. And 1-2 from Sheets is up high for a ball two. Evens the count at two. 2-2, 2 outs in the fifth inning for Long Island. Swing and a miss, strike three. The 2-2 is swung on a miss for another strikeout. Kid Sheets' sixth strikeout of the game. But the Ducks get one back. Alejandro Diaz, a solo home run to right center. That gives the Ducks closer. It's 9-3 Dirty Birds here in the top half of the sixth coming up. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We're right back right after this. We're back as Wally Beck goes to his bullpen. It'll be Tom Hackemer to face Isaiah Tejada. We're in the sixth inning, and the Ducks go to their bullpen for the first time tonight. Once again, it'll be Tom Hackemer with the Birds leading 9-3. It'll be Isaiah Tejada leading it off. First pitch from Hackemer misses outside for a ball one. The 1-0 is a strike. 1-1 to Tejada. Tom Hackemer in 8 games, 0-0 record, a 6.43 ERA. The 1 is a strike 1-2. 9 strikeouts compared to 7 walks in 7 innings. So that's a walk an inning for Tom Hackemer. Fastball misses high 2-2 to Isaiah Tejada. Tom Hackemer making his second appearance in the series against the Dirty Birds. Had a clean inning of relief on Friday night against these Birds. Here's the 2-2. High drive in the air to center field. Alejandro De Aza makes the play for out number 1. So the 2-2 to Tejada was skied in the air to center field and caught by De Aza. In steps number 8, Diego Gores, the second baseman. Diego Gores steps in. He's got a single. He's 1 for 3 with a strikeout and an RBI. Tom Hackemer's first pitch misses outside for a ball 1. Went out in the flyout by Tejada to Alejandro De Aza. The 1-0 pitch is a broken bat liner to Joe DiCarlo by Diego Gores, and there's 2 gone for Tom Hackemer and the Long Island Ducks. Here's the first pitch to Justin O'Connor. He lines it to first base. Carlos Castro is there, and he makes the play. So 3 up and 3 down for Hackemer. Nothing doing. No runs, no hits, no errors. Dirty Birds lead this game 9-3. We head to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We're right back right after this. Welcome back. We hit the bottom of the 6th. Our kid Sheets is still out there. As the Ducks trail 9-3 in the bottom of the 6th. He'll face Wilson Ramos to lead it off in the 6th. But first, the manager, Billy Horn, will come out and talk to Kid Sheets, and somebody is with Kid Sheets and Billy Horn, and it's his father. And Kid Sheets' father comes out and gets the ball, and Kid Sheets will head out of the ball game. What a surprise from Kid Sheets. His final start of professional baseball. I didn't know that. But he's taken out of the ball game by his father, and it is an emotional day for Kid Sheets as he gives hugs to the players in his final appearance in a Dirty Bird uniform. This is new. This is news to me. This is news to me, folks. We'll be right back right after this. This is a pitching change by Billy Horn. We'll be right back right after this. We're back, and the new pitcher is Ricardo Gomez as he gets Wilson Ramos to ground out to left side of the mound, and Ricardo goes over to field it, throw it to first, and he gets the out. Try number one. That'll bring up Joe DiCarlo with nobody on base. A 45-year-old right-hander throws a first pitch ball. The 1-0 is missing inside, 2-0 to Joe DiCarlo. DiCarlo grounds it to the third baseman, but it's booted by Justin O'Connor, and he gets on base. And I bring up the Long Island Ducks second baseman, Jonathan Guzman. 2 for 3 in the night for Joe DiCarlo. That brings up Jonathan Guzman. Takes a ball outside. And it's 1-0. Ricardo throws the second pitch of the at-bat. Fastball missing outside. 2-0. And Kid's final game as a professional baseball player, he goes 5 innings, only allowing 3 runs. all earned on 7 hits, 5 strikeouts, 6 strikeouts, and walking 1, and a home run allowed by Deaza. A home run allowed by Sheets, as that came from Alejandro, and the 3-1 coming to the second baseman. 3-1. Taken for the call, Frank 3-2. So what a memorable start for Kid Sheets as he's taken out of the ball game by his father. What a surprise. The payoff pitch by Ricardo Gomez to Jonathan Guzman, fouled back, still remains 3-2. Three and two to Guzman, second baseman for the Long Island Ducks. Full count pitch, 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, so the first strikeout for Ricardo Gomez. That brings up Ernie Garachi, the right fielder, number 13, 429, no home runs, 2 RBIs for Garachi, swing and a miss. Swinging a foul tip into the catcher's glove. First strike 1. It's 0-1 to Garachi. 2 outs and a man on first. And DeCarlo, the 0-1, misses away. Ricardo Gomez is the oldest guy on the roster at 46. And he also has 400-plus Atlantic League appearances. As the 1-1 misses outside, 2-1 to Ernie Garachi. He's the all-time leader in appearances with 400-plus in the Atlantic League. The 2-1 misses outside, 3-1 to Ernie Garachi. Ricardo Gomez has 2 blown saves on the year. He's 6 for 8 in save opportunities. But we're only in the 6th inning here, 9-3. 3-1 pitch is missing low for a ball 4, and Garachi is on with a walk, 2-out walk. Like they say, those come back to haunt you, but let's hope it doesn't. That brings up Brantley Bell. Top of the order, and Brantley Bell is 0 for 3 with a strikeout and an RBI. First pitch. And there for a cold strike 1 on Brantley Bell. DeCarlo on second, Garachi on first. Garachi drew a 2-out walk. The 0-1, way outside slider. Slider missing, 1-1. One and one to Brantley Bell. From Ricardo Gomez, here's the pitch. Foul back. First base side. Count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 men on, 2 men out. 9-3, Dirty Bird lead here in the 6th. Here's 2-1, but the 1-2, Ricardo steps off first, and he resets. So this is Kid Sheets' final start of his career, and it comes in a quality one. 2-2. The 1-2's chopper. And his field ball called about to throw the first is not in time. Brantley Bell beats it out. It's an infield single. The bases are loaded. With 2 outs, a high bounce off Ricardo Gomez. And there's ducks on the pod for Ruben Tejada. It took a high bounce off the plate, and O'Connor tried to field it cleanly and threw over to first, but he couldn't get the speedy Brantley Bell. So it's Ruben Tejada, the former New York Met. 0 for 2 of the walk, 5 home runs on the year, takes the ball outside, 1-0. 9 hits on the evening for the Long Island Ducks. Ruben's 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts and a walk. The 1-0 is in there for a called strike at the knees, and it's 1-1. Bases full of dogs as they trail this game 9-3. The 1-1 from Ricardo lifted in the right field. Coming in is Juan Perez, or Jeffrey Perez, and he makes the play. Sorry, no, that's Juan Perez, and he makes the play for out number 3. We head to the 7th inning, the top of the 7th coming up. The Ducks leave the bases loaded. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. They lead at 9-3, heading to the top half of the 7th inning. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back as Wally Backman goes to his bullpen here in the top half of the 7th inning as Will Anderson comes in for Wally Backman and the Ducks as Yovan Gonzalez steps in. Takes a ball, it's 1-1. 1-1 grounded. Past the dive of the second baseman for a base hit. Yovan gets his first base hit of the night to the opposite field. And the leadoff man is on for the Dirty Birds once again in this ballgame. I bring up the center fielder, Jeffrey Perez. He's 2 for 3 with a single, double, and 2 runs scored. First pitch. First pitch from Anderson is taken in the inner half for a strike. Sorry, this is Chase Anderson. And the 0-1 fouled back, first base side. Chase Anderson is an 82. The top half of the 7th inning with Yovan Gonzalez on first base. We scored 9 runs on 13 hits, no errors for Charleston. No errors so far. Jeffrey pops it up. Foul ground, third base side. Joe DiCarlo leans over and the camera roll makes the play for out number 1. So a nice play there by DiCarlo. Inside the camera well towards the first row of seats. He leans over and makes the play. I'll bring up Clayton Milbauer, who has had 2 singles, a triple, and a run scored. He's also reached on an error, so he's reached 4 times today. First pitch from Anderson is missing way outside. Catcher needs to lean into the other batter's box for that one. And it's 1-0. 1-0 to Milbauer. 1 man on, 1 man out. Dirty Birds lead 9-3. 1-0 is high for a ball of 2. 2-0 to Milbauer, the shortstop, in tonight's ball game. Milbauer chops to short. The shortstop goes to second for 1, over to first base for 2, but it's not in time. As Milbauer goes to fielder's choice. And he's on base for the 5th time today. He's 3 for 4 with 2 singles, a triple, 2 singles and a triple. That'll bring up Dwight Smith Jr.'s 3 for 3 with a home run, 5 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. He hit his 20th home run of the year. At 321 and his 20th home run of the year last time up. See if we can go 4 for 4 here against Chase Anderson. First pitch, line down the right field line. Will not get there. Dwight Smith Jr. is 4 for 4. Smith Jr. is 4 for 4 today with a home run and 5 RBIs. His 22nd double of the year. Dwight Smith Jr. is on fire in this series. Holy smokes. 43 extra base hits for Dwight Smith Jr. 20 home runs. 22 doubles. And a triple for Dwight Smith Jr. Ball 1 low from Chase Anderson to Juan Perez. 255, 4 home runs, 29 RBIs. What a start to the 7th inning we have here. Anderson's pitch misses outside, 2-0. So again, if you're just joining us, this is Keith Sheets' last career start, or last game in his professional career. The 2-0 is grounded to third. Joe DiCarlo throws over. Will retire the side as Juan Perez grounds out to the third baseman, Joe DiCarlo. That retires the side. No runs, 1 hit on 2 hits. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 runs left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Third lead at 9-3. They're on Kit Sheets' last professional start, last game of his career. Let's see if we can get a win. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Dirty Birds lead at 9-3. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back right after this. We're back, and Billy Horn goes to his bullpen for the second time today. It'll be Luke Westfall here in the bottom of the seventh to face the Ducks. Let's see who he faces first. All right, he'll face Alejandro De Aza to start it off. The center fielder hit a home run against Kit Sheets' his last at bat. Once again, if you're just joining us, Kit Sheets has made his final start of his professional career in his final game of his baseball career. So that's a good moment for him as Alejandro De Aza takes the ball one low. There's the 1-0 from Luke Westfall. He fires in a ball, 2-0 upstairs. A ball upstairs, 2-0 to De Aza. So what a baseball career it was for Kid Sheets. And Alejandro spoils the foul for strike one. 2-1 to Alejandro. What a career it was for Kid Sheets. He spent his last 2 or 3 seasons with Dirty Birds. He had a 6-10 record this year. Alejandro, deep right. Juan Perez is back at the track, makes the catch for out number 1, as it looked like Luke Westfall a little bit slipped off the mound there. It's a nice raid there by Juan Perez. Looks like Westfall is okay. I'll bring up Carlos Castro, the former York Revolution player. He's an RBI machine. He led the York Revolution in RBIs. But he only has 12 RBIs this year, Carlos Castro. It's the first pitch. The inside corner for a college strike. 0-1 from Luke Westfall. Here's the 0-1. Spiked in the dirt. Castro's got to get all the way to that one. Goes to the backstop. 1-1. It's 1-1 to Carlos Castro. Here's Luke Westfall. Gets set to pitch. Low in the dirt. Ball 2. It's almost time for the playoffs here in Long Island. Dirty Birds are fighting for their lives in the playoff position. Need to win more than we lose in these last few games. As Castro takes the ball, 3-1. There's about 40 or 30 games left of the year. We need to win more than we lose. And we need to win the second half. We're 6.5 games back as Carlos Castro swings and misses. And it's 3-2. Here's the 3-2 from Westfall. Down in the dirt, ball 4. So 1-out walk by Castro. That's another First National Bank LI walk to first for the Long Island Ducks. I'll bring up number 48, the designated hitter, Alex Dickerson, 331 average, 19 homers, 70 RBIs, and 1,006 OPS. 0 for 3 today. Westfall's first pitch to Dickerson. Up high for a ball one. Dickerson is seventh in on base percentage at .412. Second in the ALBP in on base plus slugging at 1,006. High fly ball to left. Dwight Smith Jr. is under it, makes the catch, fires it back into second base. But Carlos Castro stayed first. They'll bring up Wilson Ramos with a pair of singles and a run scored. 230, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs, and a 623 on base plus slugging. Two for 3 with a run. First pitch from Westfall. Slider low. 1-0. The count to the catcher, Wilson Ramos. 1-0, misses high and away for ball 2. Two and 0 to Ramos. Two and 0, swing and a miss. Swinging a foul tip to the glove of Gonzalez. And it's 2-1 to Wilson Ramos, 2 outs. Luke Westfall gets set. And the 2-1. Missing low. 3-1 to Wilson Ramos. The 3-1 from Westfall. Cranked in the center field, but Yeffer Perez is there, making the catch to retire the side. We head to the top of the 8th inning, with Charleston out in front 9-3 over Long Island. We head to the top half of the 8th. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We're right back right after this. We're back in the first batter. The Ducks face in the top of the 8th will be first baseman number 23, Telvin Nash. followed by Isaiah Tejada and Diego Gores. First pitch from Jack Anderson is a called strike. 0-1. The 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. To first baseman Telvin Nash. One. This is high and away. Ball 2. 2-1 to Nash. Dirty Birds looking to add on some more runs here in the top of the 8th. They lead at 9-3. The 2-1 is taken for a called strike. Evens the count at 2-2. Telvin thought that was a little high, but it gets called a strike. The 2-2. Check swing foul. And the count remains 2-2. The 2-2. High drive in the air from Telvin Nash. It's good baseball. Telvin Nash with the 16th of the year. Hitting number 2. He rounds second base. And he'll hit home for the 16th home run of the year. The Dirty Birds add on 10-2. No, 10-3. Charleston here in the 8th inning. 10-3. Charleston on Telvin Nash's 16th of the year. And the Dirty Birds coming in last in batting average are putting on a show here in Long Island. It's 10-3 in the 8th. They scored 11 runs in the first game, 8 runs in extra innings. They scored 5 runs in extra innings yesterday to take an 8-3 lead heading into the bottom of the 10th, and they close it out. Now they lead this game 10-3 in the 8th inning. We're going for the sweep. Only need 6 more outs to do it. As Tejada takes a ball outside, it's 2-0 to Isaiah Tejada. What a show the Birds are putting on today and the whole series. As Tejada takes low for a ball 3. 6 home runs for the Dirty Birds in this 3-game series. Oh my. As Tejada takes a strike, it's 3-1. Like I said, the Birds' bats are hot right now. They return home to play the Spire City Ghost Hounds on Tuesday. And Tejada draws a walk. Get out to the ballpark because there's only 13 home games left in this season. Only 13 home games left and less than 40 games left overall. And Tejada trots down to first base, and that'll bring up Diego Gores. As the Birds get a home run by Telvin Nash to lead it off in the 8th inning. That makes it 10-3, his 16th of the year. As Diego takes a called strike, 0-1. May I remind you that Charleston is coming to this series last in batting average, and Gores lines it in the left field for a base hit. You would think the Birds are coming in first in batting average in this series because they have out-hit and outscored, as you can tell, the Long Island Ducks in this series. So Tejada on second base and Gores on first with a single. 10-3 Birds here in the 8th, nobody out. And the catcher wants to go out and talk to the pitcher, Ramos. The Birds have teed off on the Ducks this series, acting like it's batting practice. They scored 29 runs in this series. It's only a 3-game series, but they've scored 29 runs on 43 hits, ladies and gentlemen. It's Justin O'Connor now. Nobody out. 2 runners on. Justin O'Connor takes the ball 1-0, and they're singing the ball well in this series as well. They come in last in batting average, but you'd think they'd come in first with the performance they're putting on in this series as O'Connor takes the ball inside, has to get out of the way of that one, 2-0. They've only won 17 road games. You would think they've had a winning record on the road with the series they're putting on against these Ducks. O'Connor's a fly ball to deep center ahead of DeAza, and that scores Ohio, and that'll be a 2-run double for Justin O'Connor, and it's a double. That scores 2, and it's 12-3. Charleston here in the 8th, still nobody out. Oh my gosh. Let's go. It's 12-3. Charleston here in the 8th inning. They're going crazy against this Ducks pitching in this series. Holy smokes. That'll bring up Yovan Gonzalez. Maybe this series will get the Dirty Birds rolling for the rest of the year. Let's see about that on Tuesday. And as Yovan takes a strike, 0-1. 12-3. Here's the 0-1. Hit off the end of the bat, foul. Come out to the ballpark on Tuesday where the Birds take on the Spire City Ghost Hounds in the first of a 3-game series. That's 12 runs on 17 hits for the Birds. And Yovan takes a ball outside. It's 1-2. (12-3). Still nobody out. Yovan drives one. Right field. Garachi moves under it, makes the catch for the second out. And first out. My bad. Tagging and going to third is Justin O'Connor. So it's a fly out and an out, and that'll bring up Jeffrey Perez. So fly out by Yovan Gonzalez allows O'Connor to move up to third base. I'll bring up Jeffrey Perez to try and get the 13th run of the ball game for the Birds. They lead it by 9. He takes a ball inside. These Ducks fans can't believe it. Jeffrey Perez is 2 for 4 with a double and 2 runs scored and a strikeout. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Ducks fans can't believe it here on this Sunday evening, as their team trails 12-3. They're on the verge of getting swept by these Dirty Birds. The 1-1 is lined into left field for a base hit. That gets all the way to the wall. O'Connor scored from third. Jeffrey Perez into second base standing. He is safe. The 13th run of the ball game comes in for the Charleston Dirty Birds, and they lead it 13-3 here in the 8th inning. Holy smokes, the bats are alive. They've been live on the series as Wally Backman goes to the bullpen one more time. We'll take a break. Right after this, more Birds baseball coming up. Still in the eighth inning, one out, 13-3 lead. On an RBI double for Jeffrey Perez. We'll be right back right after this. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Birds baseball on YouTube. A pitching change by Wally Backman in the Ducks. 13-3 lead. We'll be right back right after this. We're back, and Sam is on for the Long Island Ducks as he tries to get out of the inning. Tries to get out of the inning for these Long Ducks. And we're in the eighth, a 13-3 Dirty Bird lead. The Ducks fans can't believe it here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. They've only had a couple things to cheer about here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. Kit Sheets made his final start of his career against these Ducks tonight. He had 5 strikeouts, went 5 innings, allowed 3 runs. But the Birds are winning, and it's 13-3 as Sam Kessler comes on to face the top of the order and Clayton Milbauer. See if Milbauer can stay hot. He's got a triple and two singles. 3 runs scored, and it's fouled off the knob of the bat for an 0-1 count. As that caught the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He'll walk it off. Looks like he's all right. He tosses the ball to the dugout. Looks like he's fine. The umpire will give him some extra time. As they'll clean off home plate. And looks like Ramos is all right. And we head back with an 0-1 count to Milbauer. 215, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs. The 0-1 from Sam Kessler's in the dirt, gets away. Misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike and gets away from the catcher. And it's 1-1 to Milbauer. The Birds are just pouring it on here. It's 13-3. The 1-1 to Milbauer from Sam Kessler. just missing outside for the ball 2. 2-1 to Milbauer here. See if he can get a pitch to hit. This is Kessler's first season in the ALBP. Milbauer rips one to third. DeCarlo fielded on the hop. Fires it in time to Carlos Castro to get Milbauer by a step for the second out. Joe DeCarlo fired over to first to get the out of Milbauer by a step. The 14th run of the game stands at third base. Jeffrey Perez for Dwight Smith Jr. He's had a hot night. He is 4 for 4. 2 singles, a home run, and a double. And a sac fly for Dwight Smith. Let's see if we can go 5 for 5 against Sam Kessler. 3 runs scored as well. With 5 RBIs, he takes the ball low. 1-0. This has to be Dwight Smith Jr.'s best game in a Dirty Bird uniform. He is 4 for 4 with a home run, 2 doubles, and 5 runs batted in as he takes the ball outside. And that first pitch was a strike. It's 1-1. 1-1 misses inside for a ball 2. 2-1. They're 2-0 to Smith Jr. High drive, deep right foul. Foul ball evens the count at 2-2. Thought that was gone. But it evens the count at 2-2. 8th inning, 13-3 lead. 14th run stands at third base for the Dirty Birds. Kessler's 2-2 pitch inside for ball 3. Wilson Ramos gives up the run. As Jeffrey Perez comes in to score, as he didn't even retrieve the ball there. Three to 2 to Smith Jr. He flies one into left. Smith Jr. flies one to left, and is retired for the first time tonight. What the Birds get a couple more runs. They extend the lead 14-3. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Birds ahead 14-3. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll be right back after this. Later back is Billy Horn, and the Dirty Birds go to their bullpen. They were bringing on Ryan Clark. He's on in relief of Luke Westfall, who came on in relief of Ricardo Gomez. Ricardo Gomez came on in relief of Kid Sheets. 1-1 is Leo 1 is a slider swung on and missed 0-2. This was Kid Sheets' last start in his professional baseball career. What a way to go out with a W. 0-2 to Joe DiCarlo. Clark's 0-2 pitch outside. Zachary Bridges is in at catcher for the Dirty Birds. What a game this has been. 14 runs on 18 hits for Charleston. 1-2 up and in, and it hits him. I'm pretty sure that slipped out of the hand of Ryan Clark. But he's mad at hitting. And DiCarlo will go to the first base bag. That'll bring up Jonathan Guzman, nobody out. And Joe DiCarlo won first base. Jonathan Guzman's 1 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch from Clark, up and in. Like I said, Zachary Bridges is in at catcher for Yovan Gonzalez. And the 1-0 to Guzman. Up high and in, ball 2. Lou Ford coaching third base today for the Ducks. The 2-0 to Jonathan Guzman. Up and in, ball 3. So 3-0 the count to Guzman with a 14-3 Dirty Bird lead. Pretty much do whatever you want, but Ryan Clark trying to get back in the strike zone as he throws a strike in there to Jonathan Guzman. It's now 3-1. The 3-1 is fouled back and runs the count full 3-2 to Guzman. So Dirty Birds have an 11-run lead against these Long Island Ducks. You can pretty much do whatever you want, but the Dirty Birds are not messing around. They're trying to get these final 6 outs. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and fouled back to the first base side. These Dirty Bird pitchers aren't messing around. They're trying to get these final 6 outs. The 3-2 to Guzman. Outside, ball 4, and Guzman works the walk. Nothing to be worried about. We got Alejandro Diaz stepping in. 2 walks in the inning by Clark, but he's got an 11-run lead. Still nobody out. The Charleston Dirty Birds have put Joe Testa on the inactive list. Active today. First pitch to the third Ducks batter of the inning is a ball down low. 6 blown saves for Ryan Clark this year. Here's the 1-0. Way outside, ball 2. So Clark having trouble fighting the strike zone with a 11-run lead. 25 runs, 22 earned on 45 hits. 2-0 to Ernie Garachi. Here's the 2-0 to Garachi. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Two and one to Ernie Garachi. Here's the 2-1. High drive, deep right, but foul. As everybody gives it a look, and it's into the stands. And it's 2-2. Two and two to Ernie Garachi. The 2-2 from Clark. Swinging a chopper to third. O'Connor steps on third. Fires over to first for a double play. A 5-3 double play for the Ducks. And just like that, advancing to second base was the runner on first. That brings up Brentley Bell with the runner on second base and 2 outs. We could have tried a triple play there, but we didn't want to risk it. 1 for 4 with a strikeout and RBI for Brantley Bell. 73 double plays turned by the Dirty Birds this season. Down in the dirt from Ryan Clark, 1-0 to Brantley. What a performance this series by Dirty Bird pitching and the hitters. The Ducks have stranded 29 runners on base this series. Are 8 for 31 this series with runners in scoring position. The 1-0 is inside, ball 2. Let's hope this will get the Birds going for a playoff push. We need teams to beat the Honey Hunters and teams to beat the High Point Rockers, though. It's 2-0 to the batter. Chopped over to third base bag, but foul. Even if the Dirty Birds can't make the playoffs, we're looking to finish the season off strong. Looking to finish the season off strong, even if we can't make the playoffs. It's 2-1 to Brantley Bell. 2 outs and a man on second base. Ducks trail 14-3. Here's the 2-1 from Clark. Clark is set. And the pitch. Way outside. 3-1 to Brantley. Brantley Bell. Three and one to Brantley Bell with the runner on second base. The 3-1. That's a strike. In there, and it's a full count. Bell 3-2. Start looking into the bridges for the sign. It gets set and the 3-2. Grounded sharply through the right side for the base hit. It's an RBI single for Brantley Bell. And now the Ducks trail the Dirty Birds by a score of 14-4. Ryan Clark gives up a run with 2 outs. We're in the 8th inning. 14-4 now. going to bring up Ruben Tejada. See if Ryan Clark can bounce back after giving up that run. First pitch. Three with a walk is Ruben inside for a ball one. Gets out of the way. Avoids being hit by that off-speed pitch. He's over for 3 with a walk today. It's Ruben. 5 home runs in the year, 25 driven in. 1-0 catches the inside corner for a called strike. That's 1-1. 1-1 to Ruben. Swing and a miss. Good slider from Clark. And it's 1-2 to Ruben Tejada. 1-2. In the dirt, bounces away from Bridges, and he now advances. The runner apparently advances to third on what should have been only advances to second, but Bridges couldn't find the ball. And Brantley Bell. Looks like Brantley Bell will go back to second base. I don't know what for. But he'll stay at second base. And here's the 2-2 pitch to Ruben Tejada. Swing and a pop-up foul. First base side. The ball must have went out of play. Because Bell would have taken third there, but the ball probably went out of play there. 2-2 to Ruben. Flares it in the air right. Juan Perez moving over, makes the play, and we head to the top half of the ninth inning. Dirty Birds lead it 14-4. We'll be right back right after this. We're back as Juan Perez steps in. Top of the ninth. Dirty Birds lead this ball game 14-4. The Ducks go to their bullpen one more time. To the top of the ninth we go as Juan Perez takes a strike. And he takes a strike once more. Down in the dirt. 1-2 to Perez. 0 for 4 tonight with a sac fly. 1-2 swung and a miss, strike 3. So that starts the top of the ninth. Number 23, Telvin Nash steps in to first baseman. It is Jake Fishman on in relief for Long Island. As Telvin Nash takes the ball, it's 1-0. As Fishman got the first out of the inning on a Carlo Perez strikeout. He fires in a ball once more. It's 2-0 to Nash. 2-0 to Telvin Nash. Fishman getting ready to throw 2-0. Misses high, ball 3. 3-0 to Telvin Nash. So good eye at the plate here right now. Maybe he's got the green light here. Maybe he'll just looking for a strike. Here's 3-0. In there for a called strike, 3-1. 3-1 to Telvin Nash. Top of the ninth, 14-4, Birds lead. The Ducks need a miraculous comeback of 11 runs to win the ball game. And the Birds pitching needs 3 more outs. As Telvin Nash takes the ball inside and works a walk. So one walk for the Charleston Dirty Birds as Nash works one. He'll walk down to first base. Now it's Isaiah Tejada. 231, no home runs, 4 RBIs, 541 OPS. 1 for 4 with a walk, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Here's Fishman's first pitch to Tejada. Swinging a ground ball to short. Bobbles it, takes it himself over to first. Tags the base for 1 over to first for a double play. So Isaiah Tejada grounds into a first pitch double play as he grounds the first pitch to shortstop. Shortstop touches second, throw over to first in time for the double play. We hit at the bottom of the ninth where the Ducks try and mount a miraculous comeback of 11 runs. And the Dirty Birds need 3 more outs. We'll see who the Dirty Birds bring in to close it out. You're listening to Charleston Dirty Bird Baseball on YouTube. We'll right back right with this. We're back, and it'll be Edison Suriel to close out this 10-run lead. The Birds have 14 runs on 18 hits in tonight's ball game. They've out-hit the Ducks 18-5, or 18-8. It'll be Edison Suriel to start it to try and close it out. It's not a safe situation because the Dirty Birds lead it by 10 runs. It'll face Alejandro Diaz to start off in the bottom of the ninth. First pitch to Diaz. It's ball low, 1-0. Alejandro's 1 for 4 with a sacrifice fly and a single. And the 1-0 from Suriel, low again, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes from Suriel to Diaz. To go to Diaz, misses inside, has to get all the way. That one, 3-0. 3-0 to Alejandro. The Ducks are trying to mount a comeback of 10 runs to try and tie it, and they need 11 runs to win it in the ninth. The 3-0 to Diaz misses inside, ball 4. So not a great start to Suriel's night out of the bullpen in relief as he walks Diaz, as that's the first batter he faced in the ninth inning of his outing. It'll be Carlos Castro, the big RBI man for the Long Island Ducks, but he only has 12 on the year. That ball misses low in the dirt for a ball 1. So 5 straight balls from Edison Suriel to begin his outing in the ninth inning. Not what you're hoping for Dirty Bird pitching, as it's been good all night, only allowing 4 runs. As there's the first strike of the outing for Edison Suriel. Good breaking ball there to get Carlos Castro looking. And it's 1-1. Nobody out. Alejandro on first base. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So after firing 5 straight balls, he comes back with two straight strikes. And it's 1-2 to Carlos Castro. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. An off-speed pitch in the dirt, and Carlos Castro doesn't see it well, and he goes down swinging for the first out of the ninth inning. So 3 straight strikes from Edison Suriel after firing 5 straight balls. I'll bring up number 48, Alex Dickerson, the designated hitter, 0 for 4 tonight with 2 strikeouts. 0 for 4 tonight with 2 strikeouts. 19 home runs, 70 RBIs. The first pitch to him is a called strike, 0-1. 2 more outs for Edison Suriel to close it out. And head home on Monday, riding a 3-game win streak. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So Alex Dickerson swings and misses at a ball in the dirt, and so 2. The Dirty Birds, after tonight's win, will ride a 3-game win streak in on Tuesday at home. Dickerson cracks this ball into deep right. It's fair and it is gone. A 2-run home run by Alex Dickerson, his second of the series. He drives in Alejandro Diaz, and he drives in himself. And it's 14-6 with 1 out in the ninth inning. So a bad pitch there from Suriel. And Dickerson says goodbye. It is 14-6. So a little bit closer for Long Island. Only one out. Ducks are down to the last 2 outs, and it'll be Wilson Ramos. Swing and a miss, strike one. Wilson Ramos 2 for 4 with 2 singles. The 0-1 for Suriel down in the dirt, ball 1. So Dickerson keeps the Ducks alive with a 2-run home run, driving it out Alejandro De Aza, and it's 14-6. A swing and a ground ball to shortstop. Melbauer there throws over to Telvin Nash for out number 2, and the Birds are 1 out away from sweeping Long Island and headed home on a 3-game win streak. This will be their largest. It'll be their largest win streak of the year. Here's Joe DiCarlo swinging a foul tip off the catcher's glove, 0-1. Suriel is 2 strikes away. I'm sorry, it's 1-1. Anyway, Suriel is 2 strikes away. One missing, down low in the dirt. 2-1. Two one, Joe DiCarlo. Swinging a ground ball to third. Justin O'Connor throws over to first, and it's a sweep of the Ducks. What a performance by pitching. But Suriel gives up a 2-run homer to Alex Dickerson. But thank goodness we got 14 runs on 18 hits. This game is over. The Birds sweep the Ducks and head home on Monday with a 3-game win streak. They face the Spider City Ghost Towns on Tuesday, riding a 3-game win streak. And on Tuesday, we sweep the Ducks 14-6, 14 runs on 18 hits, no errors, 9 men left, 6 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors for Long Island. Thank you for watching Dirty Bird Baseball, and go Birds. Thanks for watching. And goodbye.